The Chief Sports Network is on the air. Welcome, everyone, as we are live here from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, where the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs have traveled south to face the Berkeley Stags in the District 3 Class 5A Division II Tournament Championship. Game 1. Hopefully there will be a Game 2 as Berkeley is in the driver's seat, undefeated, entering this game in the double elimination tournament. The Chiefs have fought out of the losers bracket after falling to Conway back last Saturday in the opening round, but have fought back with wins over White Knoll and then last night against Conway in a walk-off 7-6 winner to gain a spot in this hopefully first championship game. A win tonight means we're back home.
Yeah, we really put the walk and walk off last night, Wayne.
That's a good line. Max, you were sleeping on the way up here. Did you come up with that one? You dreamed that one up?
I think so. I was dreaming and got a couple of lines. So.
Yeah, taking a look at last night's game, and the Chiefs went down 3-0 in the top of the second inning, came back with 2 runs in the bottom of the second, and then in the third, Conway scores 3 more, opens up a 6-2 lead. The Chiefs come back, score 3, and at that point, with 2 outs in each the top and with 1 out in each the top and the bottom part of that third inning, each team made a pitching change. That pitching change was important for both teams, as from there to the end, it became a pitcher's duel, and Jake Frick came out on top as he pitched a perfect 7th inning, and then the young man from Conway, he comes out, gets Sawyer Smith to strike out for out number 1, but that was the last out as the Chiefs then went walk, walk, hit by pitch, walk, walk, and walked off with a 7-6 victory at the Hank Hester Sports Complex. Before we get into starting lineups on this Beach Benefits Insurance pregame show, we're going to do something that I failed to do last night. On your screen, congratulations to BA. Coach Brian Alderson, in his 10th year at North Myrtle Beach, recorded his 200th victory as a Chief last night. So big celebration on the field. They had a plaque ready for him and presented that. Of course, by the time I remembered, I created this graphic yesterday. I tweeted it out. I had it ready to show. And we were excited about walking off, and I was also excited about going to get something to eat. You were excited about going to the bathroom.
I was excited about going to the bathroom, wanted to unplug that extension cord, wrap that bad puppy up, and
hit the porta-john.
And hit the porta-john, and by that time it was a little too late to announce that. But
anyway, failed to do it last night, but I did get to go out on the field before I left and congratulate him personally. But we wanted to start off tonight congratulating BA for his 200th career win as a North Myrtle Beach Chief last night. Now, while we're talking about wins, let's talk about the Chiefs in the postseason. I told you to take a look at track and field. Man, what in the world is this?
Hey, you can call us a track school now because I filled that page up with everything, all the results that we had yesterday in the state championship.
Well, the state championships for both boys and girls track in the Class 5A Division II yesterday. And we'll lead off right at the top. Destiny Vereen, state champion in the shot put. I may be wrong on my number of years, but I believe that this is just her 3rd year throwing the shot. She was injured during basketball, and her parents and Destiny decided she needed to be doing something. So she started throwing the shot. And as she obviously, strong young lady, has done a lot of work in the weight room, and immediately she was good at it. But as she got the technique down, she's gotten better and better, and it was great to see. I posted a video that I believe her grandmother had posted of Destiny up on the top box, and so that was great to see. Destiny Vereen, state champion in the shot put. Over on the guys' side, Dylan Kemp All-State as he placed second in the pole vault, going 11.25 inches. Jakira McCallum, she finished second in the high jump, 4 foot 11 inches. Again, 7th place. 400-meter hurdles, both of these all-state performances. Placing 4th was Nairae Hanna, placing 5th, Jarrell Bellamy. In the 400-meter hurdles, placing 8th, 7th grader, Hallie Morris.
Yeah.
Again, 7th grade, placing 8th in the state championships. Elijah Lewis, he placed 4th in the 400 meters with a school record 48.58 seconds. Landon Cloninger placed 7th in the javelin, 147 feet 8 inches. Jakira McCallum again, 6th in the long jump, 17 feet 5.5 inches. Maddie Vereen, 6th in the 400, 59.32. Janiyah Bragg, she placed 5th all-state, 12.22 in the 100-meter dash. And the, where are we? This is the 4x8. 4x800-meter relay team of Faith Farmer, Aaliyah, I'm sorry. Can't read didn't read the writing there. It looked like an N. Aaliyah Lang, Robin Walsh, and Finna Hollow. They placed 7th, 10 minutes, 62 seconds. Or 0.62 seconds. And then the 4x100-meter relay team, another school record, placing 3rd with a time of 48.02 seconds. All state performers, Jakira McCullum, Maddie Vereen, Zoe Green, and Janiyah Bragg. That's a lot. I think you're right. I think we're a track school.
Yeah, you look at that, and when I was writing them, I noticed a lot of names that also played other sports. These people just don't play track. Destiny used to play basketball. Jakir, she cheers as well, but we heard her name a bunch. Janiyah Bragg plays basketball. Faith Farmer plays basketball. Maddie Vereen plays basketball.
Nairae Hanna plays football. As you look down the list, Landon Cloninger
plays 5 different sports.
Yeah. Football, basketball, golf, track and field. There's probably something else in there. So, anyway, a lot of multi-sport athletes. We've got a lot of multi-sport athletes here on the Chiefs baseball team as well. Also, talking about postseason play, the lower state Class 5A Division II golf championships were held. And the boys golf team has qualified for the state championship. And this is the first time since the COVID year back in 2000 that the Chiefs have qualified for the state championship in boys golf.
2000, Wayne. 2020.
2000 plus 20 years, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got read my mind, man. Come on.
All right.
It's what I meant to say and not what actually comes out. But, yeah, 2020. For the boys golf team. So congratulations to Coach Cavallini and the boys golf team. They'll be headed for the South Carolina State Championships, Class 5A Division II.
On Monday in Greenville.
South Carolina. So I'll give you your list, and we're going to take a quick break here on the Beach Benefits Insurance pregame show. We're going to take a listen to Miss Christy Sexton of Beach Benefits Insurance. We'll be right back on the Chiefs Sports Network.
Hi, this is Christy Sexton with Beach Benefits Insurance. As an independent agent, that does give us the flexibility to have multiple companies to write and place business. What we are faced with here in our area right now is the market is very, very hard, meaning that companies are constantly pulling out of our state. And we basically are left with just a handful that are writing coverage in our area. The insurance market in our area is the most complicated that I can say I have seen in my 25 years of being in the business. But again, us being local folks in the area are very familiar with our area, what is going on. We are constantly doing trainings, seminars to keep up to date with the changes that are occurring in our insurance markets and constantly looking for new companies that are coming to our area. all in the same token in making sure that we're striving to do what is best for our customers. I am Christy Sexton, and please come find out the benefits of working with Beach Benefits Insurance.
And we're back on the Chiefs Sports Network here in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Berkeley High School, 2022 state champions underneath the sign, underneath the scoreboard. And they are looking to defeat the Chiefs tonight. Of course, again, Berkeley comes in undefeated in this District 3 tournament. The Chiefs came back after suffering a loss and with 2 wins. Will need a win tonight to force a final deciding championship game. And that game, should the Chiefs come out on top tonight, will be played at North Myrtle Beach High School at the Hank Hester Sports Complex, 2 p.m. tomorrow, first pitch. We will be on air at 1:15 p.m. We're a little late getting on today as we had to scrambling around a little bit trying to find signal. We had this is a beautiful new press box, one that if you know somebody that's here and they've got a lot of money in North Myrtle Beach, tell them to look up at this press box and donate a lot of money so we can build this in North Myrtle. But this is nice press box, great view. I know there's a pole in the way. I can't move it. Don't complain. If you do, whatever. We're in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Come on down. You can watch it, and you can move where the pole's not in your way. It's about all we can do, Max. I can't move the pole.
It's still not a bad view. It's only going to block a little bit of the field.
It's a lot better view than you get from the left field boardwalk. Now, I love calling a game from there, and you can see the whole field. You're just a little far away from the action.
Just a little far.
And we're right here behind home plate, so tonight we'll be able to tell when this umpire screws up. We can't really see it in left field, but we complain a lot. Tonight when we complain, some of them would be valid. Not all of them, but some of them will be valid. Well, let's get to talking back about this game and our Chiefs. As you followed along as we've gone through the playoffs, back last Saturday when the Conway Tigers upset the Chiefs after losing to North Myrtle Beach 3 times during the regular season, Conway came out with a 5-4 victory against North Myrtle Beach. And at that time, I was talking about the Chiefs' bats being on fire at the end of the regular season. The last 5 games in the regular season, the Chiefs as a squad hit .324 as a team. Then we had a 10-day layoff. During that 10-day layoff, the North Myrtle Beach bats were evidently stolen. And they gave us bats with holes in them.
Yeah, like really big holes. Like they only had handles.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's one thing that I do not like about playoffs. I've seen it too many times when you are the top seed and you have too long of a layoff. That it helps you if you need to heal up, but it hurts you in that you cannot you can't replicate game day action. And during those 10 days off, since the Chiefs have come back these last 3 games, again, .324, the 5 games before that 10-day layoff. Since then, the Chiefs have played 3 games and have batted just .175. Now, there's a couple of Chiefs. Gabe Priest, he's batted .400. Connor Helmecki batted .400. Gabe Kuznick at .333. But then after that, all of these next players have seen their batting averages go down, and Caden Lank was .385 during those 5 games. He's dropped to .286. Sawyer Smith had really started to come home. He was batting .340. He's dropped down to .200 over the last 5 games. Peyton Gallup down to .125 in these last 3 during the postseason. And the big one that we really need to get going, and he would tell you the same thing, is C.J. Oxendine. C.J.'s very aggressive at the plate, and I think the longer this is going on, we talked about it last night, is that I think he's really starting to press. During those last 5 games, well, I didn't put his down here because actually he had to sit out 4 of those, but going into the postseason, his batting average was 430, I think 433, entering the postseason. Well, over these 3 games so far in this District 3 tournament, CJ just 1 for 9 with a 111 batting average. So he's been our leader all year. He is one of the best players in the state of South Carolina. He was the region player of the year. And, we've seen his frustrations. We saw it last night as he came off the field and was upset with himself. And, again, I just think it's one of those things. He presses more and more and, just needs to get back into the groove. Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight. First, for the homestanding Stags of Berkeley High School, come in with a 17-10 overall record. Leading off will be second baseman Hudson Clark. Batting second, the left fielder, Henry Rivers. Batting third, center fielder, Ryan Richardson. The cleanup, right fielder, Devin Hogue. Batting fifth, third baseman, Easton Little. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Bryson Heath. Batting seventh, designated hitter, Brady Proctor. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Levi Stanley. And batting ninth, Brayland Booker, the catcher for the Stags. Pitching for Berkeley, number 11 is Keller Wofford. For our North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, very familiar lineup, hasn't changed much really most of the season. Leading off, ace aboard. We're going to go through some of these stats because you've heard me talking about the batting averages falling, and ace aboard leading off, second baseman, batting now 276. Sawyer Smith will be on the mound pitching tonight. Comes in with a 242 batting average, 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Batting third, catcher, CJ Oxendine. Seen that batting average overall in the season dip, but he's still at 371, has 7 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 17 RBI. The cleanup spot, designated hitter tonight, Brown Reeves, bats .320 with 3 doubles, a home run, 26 RBI. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 13, Gabe Priest. Comes in with a 241 batting average, has 3 doubles, 4 home runs. Batting sixth, third baseman, Peyton Gallup. Batting 276 with 3 doubles, 10 RBI. Batting seventh, the shortstop tonight, freshman, Caden Lank. Comes in with a 316 batting average. He has 1 double, a triple, 3 for 3 stolen bases. Gabe Kuznick, he'll bat 8th. He's playing right field tonight with a 250 batting average, has a home run, 6 runs scored, 6 RBIs. And batting 9th, the center fielder, Connor Helmecki, 225 coming into tonight with a home run, 13 runs scored. Those last 2 guys, Helmecki and Kuznick, again batting 8th and 9th, and there are a couple of the guys that I talked about in that postseason, the ones that have not been in the slump. Gabe Kuznick batting .333 in the 3 games here in the district, and then Connor Helmecki batting at .400. Left fielder tonight, not in the hitting part of the lineup, is number 17, senior Campbell Kingston. Again on the mound, we talked about his hitting stats, but pitching, Sawyer Smith, 5-2 overall records, got a 0.48 ERA. This will be his 11th appearance on the season. He has 43 1/3 innings pitched, has given up 29 hits, just 10 walks, and 60 strikeouts. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to step away. I'm going to turn the mic up, and as we get ready for tonight's national anthem here in Berkeley.
As the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back to the Chief Sports Network. And here at Jim Bradley Field, Moncks Corner, South Carolina, the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs set to face the homestanding Stags of Berkeley High School. I want to say a quick hello because I was texting with her daughter earlier this morning and just saw that she had commented on our Facebook page. But hello to Mrs. Mary Morgan, grandmother of Campbell Kingston, and Campbell drawing a start tonight as the starting left fielder for the Chiefs. And we are set for first pitch. Stepping in will be second baseman Ace aboard against the right-hander for the Stags, Keller Walford. First pitch, 6:33 p.m. inside for ball one. As it comes in, 276 batting average. Had that batting average well over 300. But has seen it slip. Head here in the count now. 2 balls, no strikes. This pitch at the knees, right across the heart of the plate. 2-1 now. Apologize, we did not able to get statistics for Berkeley. A 2-1 pitch. Up and in. 3 balls, 1 strike to the Chiefs. Leadoff hitter here in the top of the first. We'll catch you up a little bit more on this district tournament. That pitch off the outside corner, and the leadoff hitter is aboard for the Chiefs here in the first. Drawing the walk with Ace aboard at first. Sawyer Smith, tonight's pitcher, will step into the batter's box. Comes in with a .242 batting average. 3 doubles, a triple, a home run. And balk called before the first pitch. So ace aboard. We'll trot on down to second base. And enter scoring position for North Myrtle Beach here in the top of the first. First pitch from Wofford, taken on the outside corner for a strike. Sawyer Smith looks down, gets his sign, steps back into the right-handed batter's box. Wofford checks the runner twice, now pitches. Sawyer squared the bunt, pulled the bat back as the ball was well outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Again, squaring the bunt. This pitch is outside, and Ace aboard had taken off, and he is going to be, folks, we saw that twice last night against Conway, where the Chiefs got picked off once at third, once at home. Ace aboard took off running. The pitch was well outside. Sawyer Smith couldn't have batted it, or couldn't have gotten a bat on it unless he was swinging a telephone pole. For whatever reason, though, Asa had taken off. He tried to get back to second, and Stags catcher Braylon Booker threw in behind him at second base. Asa had nothing to do but take off running for third and pray.
Yeah, it's one thing I'm very not surprised to see is runner on second, no outs. The idea was to get the bunt down, and Asa took off a little early to get there. And, you know,
so nobody on, 1 out now. Sawyer Smith with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Pitch up in the strike zone. Sawyer Smith could not catch up with it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the University of North Carolina commit Sawyer Smith. Just a junior. We've got him for 1 more year, but he watches this one across the outside corner. First strikeout for Kella Wofford. Second out of the inning. And C.J. Oxendine, the Virginia Tech signee, will step in. Catcher batting .371, 7 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 16 of 17 in stolen bases once he gets home. Nice curveball there from Wofford, breaks across the plate for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch across the outside corner. Caught CJ looking, 0-2. That one a nice waist pitch, goes outside. CJ does not swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on the senior catcher. And this pitch hit hard, but right at center fielder Ryan Richardson. So the Chiefs, despite the leadoff walk, Ace aboard gets picked off. And then we go strikeout. Fly out to center field, 3 up, 3 down, go the Chiefs here in the top of the first inning. Nothing doing for North Myrtle Beach. The Berkeley Stags coming to bat. You are watching North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball here on the Chiefs Sports Network. We're back on the Chiefs Sports Network as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Chiefs go 1-2-3 in the top of the first. And for the Berkeley Stags, Hudson Clark, Henry Rivers, Ryan Richardson due up. Again, folks, watching online, what we have for signal here is what we have. Going in and out of 2-3 bars, so we're getting some reports that some people are the video is lagging, and it's all we can do. Kind of is what it is, and I apologize, but I didn't put the AT&T towers down here. In fact, I don't think anybody put AT&T towers down here.
Well, there is a big pole right there in front of us.
Yep, you need to put a tower on top of it.
Yeah, maybe just put
an antenna up there.
Something like that, yeah.
Pitching tonight for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, junior right-hander Sawyer Smith comes in with a 5-2 record, 0.48 ERA. This is his 11th appearance, 7th start on the season. And for the Stags, stepping in, left-handed hitter, second baseman Hudson Clark. First pitch called strike. Hudson listed on the roster as a shortstop right-handed pitcher, batting left-handed, playing second base. One pitch taken low. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. This pitch stays off the outside corner. Hudson Clark ahead, 2-1. That pitch buzzes the tower a little bit. 3 balls, 1 strike the count to Berkeley's leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the first inning. And another pitch, this one high and away. And as the Chiefs did in the top of the first, leadoff hitter is on via the walk. That'll bring up left fielder Henry Rivers. Rivers just a sophomore. Final boss of quality control, Eric Weiss, says, yes, it's lagging, but just watch it like you're listening to the radio. I guess that means close your eyes. The bunt laid down by Henry Rivers. C.J. Oxendine came up out of his crouch. Could not get to it with Henry Rivers running down to first. Sawyer Smith comes over, picks it up, throws over to first to get the out, but a successful sacrifice bunt by Rivers has Hudson Clark at second base. And that brings up center fielder Ryan Richardson. He too squares to bunt. Chiefs third baseman Peyton Gallup playing in on the bunt. Taking off on the pitch with a stolen base is Hudson Clark. C.J. Oxendine fired out from his crouch, but had nobody to throw it to. 1 ball, no strike the count to Richardson. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Richardson squares to bunt. Fouls it off. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max, you called it. Watching them warm up, they were taking a lot of bunts down the right field line.
A lot of bunts, and clearly not afraid to do it, you know. Runner on third, 1 out. We're anticipating the bunt. Just got to get the outs.
And Richardson again squares early. Pulls the bat back, pitches outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sawyer Smith does not throw a lot of balls. 43 and a third innings pitched, just 10 walks on the season as opposed to 60 strikeouts. 2-1 pitch. Gallup coming hard from third. And they're still going to get the out. Brown Reeves is not playing first tonight. That's Gabe Priest. Gabe Priest came charging in, slipped, fell down, grabbed the ball, threw to C.J. Oxendine, did not have a chance to get Hudson Clark as he had broken. Hudson Clark comes across the plate to score. C.J. very smart and quickly gets the ball, knows he doesn't have a chance to tag, and throws to first base where second baseman Asa Board was covering to get the second out. So now with 2 outs, bases cleared, Devin Hogue steps in, the right fielder for the Stags.
Oh, 1 pitch. Cross the plate, strike 1. Strike 2. Sawyer's.
Yep, no balls, 2 strikes. Sawyer painted the outside corner on that one after the foul ball on pitch number 1. Back-to-back sacrifice bunts by the Stags after a walk. Moved to second on a sacrifice, stole third, and then scores on the sacrifice is Hudson Clark. The 0-2 pitch is down low, 1-2. We've talked about Coach Alderson of the Chiefs being an old-school National League pitcher, the small ball where you're seeing the same thing from Landy Cox. Swing and a miss for Devin Hogue, and that will end the bottom of the first. 1 run for the Berkeley Stags on no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're going to tell you more about Brian Alderson and Landy Cox when we return for second inning action here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White Team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. And we're back for second inning action. The North Myrtle Beach Chiefs will send up 4, 5, 6 in the batting order. Brown Reeves, Gabe Priest, and Peyton Gallup. Senior designated hitter Brown Reeves fouls off the first pitch from Keller Wofford. He was ahead 0-1 and then hits Brown Reeves. And for Brown, I think he's a big target. He's going to Coastal Carolina as a tight end for the football team and just got hit with his 8th pitch of the season.
Next first baseman, number 13, Gabe Priest.
Leads the Chiefs in that category. Gabe Priest will step in, the junior first baseman. Takes first pitch, called strike. Gabe Priest, first baseman tonight, right fielder last night, pitcher the game before that. He is a starting pitcher, but can play, obviously, multiple positions for Coach Alderson's squad. Squares to bunt, bunts this one straight back. In a hole now, no balls, 2 strikes. I am trying to find out, because I forgot to ask this question, where Brian Alderson and Landy Cox played college baseball. Does anybody know? Not only did they both play college baseball, but they played college baseball on the same team. Played at Gardner-Webb. Now a member of the Big South Conference. But when they were at Gardner-Webb, Landy Cox, Brian Alderson, teammates and also roommates. So know each other well, which goes back to why they both like the small ball. I think they did what you did. They fell asleep. They dreamed about bunts.
Had to have.
Then they started coaching and they started bunting.
But that nap was really good. So
You did take a good nap on the way up here, and I got a good picture of you and posted it on Facebook.
Yep.
I don't know how you slept in a Jeep with no doors or top on it, and we're going 80 miles an hour down the road, and you're sawing logs.
Hey, a car, any moving vehicle will put me to sleep. No matter where we're going, we can be going to Family Dollar right up the road, you know. I will go to sleep.
Keller Wofford, 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Gabe Priest. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Wofford has his second strikeout. First out here in the top of the second inning. And with Brown Reeves still hanging out down at first base, third baseman Peyton Gallup steps in with a 276 batting average. 3 doubles, 10 RBI for the sophomore third baseman. First pitch high. Catcher Braylon Booker comes up firing behind Brown Reeves down at first base, but Brown slides back in safely.
We've seen that a lot in this district tournament. You know, these catchers are not afraid to throw back behind you.
Definitely not afraid. We've talked about it all year with C.J. Oxendine, and we definitely saw that with Conway. Bunted hard, though, right back at the pitcher, and Keller Wofford turns, tries to throw to second base, threw behind the shortstop who was coming over to cover. Ball goes into the outfield. Brown Reeves not far enough away for him to advance, but the Chiefs with 1 out now, runners on first and second.
That brings up the shortstop, number 6, Kate Lang.
Peyton Gallup on with the sacrifice bunt fielder's choice. And before the first pitch to Caden Lank, Wofford turns, looks back at second. Now the first pitch, this one stays up high. 1 ball, no strikes to Caden Lank, rated the #1 freshman in the state of South Carolina. We've seen him mostly as a designated hitter this year, but his primary position is shortstop, also plays third base, also plays some second base, basically anywhere in the outfield, anywhere you want to put, in the infield, anywhere you want to put Caden Lank, we've seen him play this year. Wofford checks the runners. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Lank squares the bunt, pulls the bat back. It's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's a great job by the catcher, keeping the runners at bay. You know, showing throw, but not throwing it, avoiding the errors, keeping the runners where they only 1 in scoring position instead of moving them up.
You know, there is a reason why we call Eric Weiss the final boss of quality. That brings up Gabe Kuznick. Kuznick, first pitch swinging. Ball was on the outside corner, and he fouls it off.
Yeah, we've seen Gabe come up big in big situations. He's had a home run this year, line drive out to right field. The game last night had a hit, maybe an error by the first baseman, but we don't know from where we're at, and it scored a run.
Yeah, well, I changed it. I called it an error. I had to take off my North Myrtle Beach high school homer hat and put on my college scoring hat, and it was an error. But it doesn't matter. We scored a run, so that's all that counts. Because if we hadn't scored that run, we wouldn't be here tonight. Peyton Gallup squared to bunt, offered at it. I'm sorry, not Kate, Gabe Kuznick. I looked down, was looking at second base where Gallup and also at third base, Brown Reeves got a little bit too far off the bag, but they were both able to get back. But 1 ball, 2 strike count. Now to Kuznick. Pitch up in his eyes, Kuznick goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the inning. And with 2 outs, bases loaded, 9-hole hitter Connor Helmecki steps in. Senior on the year, batting .225, but here in the postseason, in the 3 games in this District 3 tournament, he's batting .400. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Tell you, we've seen it now in the first 2 innings. Keller Walford gets people on base, and he really bears down and pounds the strike zone. He did it after walking Ace aboard to lead off the first. And now with bases loaded, Connor Helmecki grounds to the shortstop. Going towards the second base bag, Levi Stanley picks it up, steps on the base, and the Chiefs, an all too familiar story, leave the bases loaded here in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error, 3 left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Berkeley 1, North Myrtle Beach 0. We'll be right back with the bottom half of the second inning here on the Chiefs Sports Network. And we're back for action here in the bottom of the second inning. Third baseman Easton Little steps in, left-handed batter. First pitch swinging from Sawyer Smith over to Asa Board. Asa over to first for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up first baseman Bryson Heath.
Next batter, first baseman, number 14, Bryson Heath.
Junior first baseman for the Berkeley Stags. First pitch swinging at the high pitch for strike 1. Second pitch swinging, hits it far down the right field line and just in fair territory. Over to make the catch is Gabe Kuznick. Deep ball down the right field line. Hung up for out number 2.
Designated hitter, number 15, Brady Proctor.
That'll bring up senior designated hitter Brady Proctor. Right-handed batter takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. One 1-0 pitch grounded on the left side. Third baseman Peyton Gallup over to pick it up. Fires across to Gabe Priest for out number 3. Quick work by Sawyer Smith here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the third. Berkeley 1, North Myrtle Beach 0. You're watching North Myrtle Beach Baseball here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. As we head to the top of the third inning, we're at the top of the batting order for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. Second baseman Asa Board takes the first pitch from Keller Walford on the inside corner for strike one. Board led off the game with a walk, took second on a balk, and then was picked off. And the 0-1 pitch is hammered into left field. Pitch was a little high, and Asa just went out and slapped it into left field for the single.
Yeah, that was a breaking ball that never broke, and Asa wasn't taking any chances. Got ahead of it and put it in the left field for a little blooper.
So Asa Board on the second time that he is led off and the second time that we have a runner on first. Sawyer Smith struck out looking. Squares to bunt, pops this one up. On the right side, it bounces. Keller Walford picks it up. Underhand toss to first. Successful sacrifice bunt from Sawyer Smith moves Asa Board over to second. And with one out, C.J. Oxendine will step in. C.J. flew out to center field back in the first.
Catcher, number 9, C.J. Oxendine.
CJ still trying to find the spark that he needs to get everything going, and they're going to intentionally walk him.
Intentionally walking C.J. Oxendine. That's not going to help him out of his slump, but it will get him on base.
Well, now they have a force. I wonder if that was what it was for, or if they think he's going to find a spark right now. But either way, he's on base. Runners on first and second, one out. Brown Reeves up to bat.
That brings up designated hitter number 17, Brown Reeves.
Asa Board out at second. C.J. Oxendine now down at first, and Brown Reeves was hit by a pitch to lead off the second inning, but then was stranded. And Keller Walford there quickly with a pickoff move back to second base, and Asa Board just about got sat down for the second time being picked off. Chiefs picked off twice last night, already picked off once tonight. Maybe we ought to write a little note and give them a hint. Don't get too far off the base until the pitcher lets go of the ball.
And we've preached that, and we know the catcher is going to do it. You know, he's been threatening all night, and it's only about time that he actually does try and do it.
First pitch was high and inside to Brown, so the 1-0, this one down low. 2 balls, no strikes to the senior designated hitter for the Chiefs. Again, got 3 signees, 3 college signees in this top part of the batting order. Sawyer Smith committed to the University of North Carolina. C.J. Oxendine committed to Virginia Tech. Both of them in baseball, though. Brown Reeves committed to the Chanticleer football team over at Coastal Carolina and finds himself in the driver's seat here with a 3-0 count. 3-0 pitch right across the heart, taken all the way, was Brown Reeves. 3-1. On deck, Gabe Priest. The 3-1 down low. And that'll load the bases for the second inning in a row. And with the bases juiced, Gabe Priest steps in. He struck out for the first out in the second inning. Unfortunately, as we've seen all too often,
Next batter, first baseman 13, Gabe Priest.
bases loaded for the Chiefs don't necessarily equate to runs.
Definitely not, Wayne.
Loaded them up 4 times last Saturday against Conway and scored twice.
Only twice. Saw it one time last night.
Yep, loaded them once last night and left them all there. And here for the second consecutive inning, the Chiefs have loaded the bases with 1 out. Second pitch is high and outside. Gabe Priest ahead now, 2 balls, no strikes.
And we're going to see a mound visit.
Pitching coach Will G coming out. Have a discussion with Keller Wofford. Going back and talking about head coach Landy Cox for Berkeley. He is in his 17th year in his second stint at Berkeley. He was a coach here for 5 years and then left Berkeley, went to Georgia, coached there, waited for this job to come back open because he wanted to get back to the lower part of South Carolina, and here he came, and Landy Cox has been here for 17 years. After the mound visit, first pitch to Gabe Priest is on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the junior first baseman. Two one down low, 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Of course, we talked about bases loaded and Chiefs not getting things done. Of course, they loaded the bases and then got a couple of walks last night and walked it off. And this one, Gabe Priest is going to put it between the third baseman and shortstop. Bounces out to center field. Everybody moves up a base, and the Chiefs have tied this game 1-1 on an RBI single from Gabe Priest.
Good piece of hitting there by Gabe Priest, and see if we can get a little rally going for once with the bases loaded and runners in scoring position.
One thing that we have been talking about, it does not take the hard hits. It just takes hitting them in the right places or
hitting it where they ain't.
Hit them where they ain't. This bunt is going to be laid down on the first base side, but going to roll foul by Peyton Gallup.
That bunt was almost perfect. Had a little left to right spin on it and went foul, but it's right there where you want it if you're Caden Link. Or Peyton Gallup. My bad. I saw Caden Link in the box.
Caden Link would want it there. He's just not up at the plate. He's going to root for his teammates, so he'd love for him to have a bunt single or a sacrifice bunt to put the Chiefs up. No balls, 1 strike to count to sophomore third baseman Peyton Gallup. Again, squares to bunt. This one, pitch was high. He gets it down. Catcher Braylon Booker went down and tagged C.J. Oxendine as he came across the plate. Didn't need to as the bases were loaded. Pitch being that high, Peyton Gallup not pulling his bat back, bunted it anyway, bunted it hard. An easy out at the plate. And now freshman Caden Lank batting with the bases loaded but 2 outs. Not sure where that pitch was, somewhere outside of the strike zone according to the home plate umpire. 1 ball, no strikes. Lank walked back in the second inning. And this pitch low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Two outs here in the top of the third. 2-0 pitch on the inside corner. 2-1 the count. Caden comes in with a .316 batting average, a double, a triple. We'll take a single right now. We'll take a walk. We'll take a hit by pitch. Take a wild pitch. 2-1 pitch is high.
You almost got your wild, Wayne.
3 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded for the Chiefs, 2 outs. 3-1's in the dirt. Caden Lank's going to get an RBI the easy way as he walks, and coming across the plate is Brown Reeves.
And here comes the pitching mound. We're going to see a pitching change, I believe, as number 12, Hunter Morris, is coming out of the bullpen.
Keller Walford, starting pitcher for Berkeley. He goes 2 2/3 innings. Currently giving up 2 runs, but he is responsible for the 3 men on base. We're going to take a break while warm-ups are had, and then we'll be back with the Chiefs leading 2-1, 2 outs, bases still loaded here in the top of the 3rd on the Chiefs Sports Network.
Hi, this is Christy Sexton with Beach Benefits Insurance. As an independent agent, that does give us the flexibility to have multiple companies to write and place business. What we are faced with here in our area right now is the market is very, very hard, meaning that companies are constantly pulling out of our state, and we basically are left with just a handful that are writing coverage in our area. The insurance market in our area is the most complicated that I can say I have seen in my 25 years of being in the business. But again, us being local folks in the area are very familiar with our area, what is going on. We are constantly doing trainings, seminars to keep up to date with the changes that are occurring in our insurance markets, and constantly looking for new companies that are coming to our area, all in the same token in making sure that we're striving to do what is best for our customers. I am Christy Sexton, and please come find out the benefits of working with Beach Benefits Insurance.
Back to action here at Jim Bradley Field, Berkeley High School. Bases loaded for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, and Gabe Kuznick, he struck out back in the 2nd inning for out number 2. The left-hander
Right fielder, number 11, Gabe Kuznick.
steps in against Hunter Morris, senior right-handed relief pitcher for the Stags. First pitch down low, ball 1. The 1-0 across the outside corner evens a count at a ball and a strike. One fouled off on the left side. Hunter Morris pitching to his first batter. Finds himself ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2, Kuznick swinging, hits it dead center field. And about 3 steps short of the center field fence, Ryan Richardson pulls it in for out number 3. The Chiefs leave the bases loaded, but they score twice. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors. 3 left. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Chiefs lead 2-1 over the Stags of Berkeley High School here on the Chiefs Sports Network. back on the Chiefs Sports Network as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Sawyer Smith will be facing 8 and 9 hole hitters, and then back to the top of the batting order. Levi Stanley, Braylon Booker, and then back to the top with Hudson Clark. Final pitching line for Keller Wofford. 2 2/3 innings, gave up just 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. Walked 4, struck out 3, had 1 hit by pitch. Levi Stanley, sophomore shortstop for the Stags. First pitch outside for ball 1. This pitch inside. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Right over the top of it, Levi Stanley swings through, takes that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike now. The shortstop for Berkeley. Sawyer Smith, just as soon as he let go of that ball, looked at his hand. Ball slipped right out of it and over the head of Stanley. 3-1 now the count. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third. Right across the heart of the plate. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two hit on the right side. Ace aboard, second baseman. About 2 steps back into the grass, makes the catch for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Braylon Booker. We've talked about him enough tonight, the catcher.
Next Berkeley batter, the catcher, number 6, Braylon Booker.
Another catcher with an impressive arm behind the plate as he is thrown down a couple of times, getting runners once, catching a runner, and the other making a close play at third. Braylon Booker, a junior catcher, fouls the first pitch off at the plate. And this one on the outside corner, no balls, 2 strikes to count. The 0-2 pitch again on the outside corner, lifted into right field, and coming in to make the play is Gabe Kuznick. I think we went 1, 2, 3 in the second inning on 5 pitches.
1, 2, 3, 5 pitches.
And we couldn't have had much more than that. Sorry, that's just the second out.
We're at 5 pitches right now.
So Sawyer Smith, 1 out away from his second 1, 2, 3 inning. Actually, his third as he walked the leadoff batter in the game, but first pitch to Hudson Clark was fouled off. Sawyer Smith ahead, no balls, 1 strike. Hudson Clark walked back in the first inning. Just the 11th walk of the year given up by Hudson Clark. Or given up, by Sawyer Smith. 1-1 pitch, this one off the outside corner. 2-1 now to the Stags second baseman. Leadoff hitter doing exactly what leadoff hitters do. Tough in the strike zone. Laying off of pitches even if they're close. 3 balls, 1 strike now. That pitch across the outside corner fouled off on the left side. Another full count pitch coming up. The 3-2 swung on, put in play on the left side. Caden Lank makes the play, throws on the run for the out. 1-2-3 inning. Second in a row for Sawyer Smith. We go to the fourth inning. North Myrtle Beach 2, Berkeley 1, here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at Remax Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. The Chiefs will send up. Bottom of the batting order, 9, and then back to the top. Connor Helmecki leading us off, reached on a fielder's choice. In the second inning, that fielder's choice ended the inning, though, as he grounded out to the shortstop. And Levi Stanley picked the ball up, stepped on second base to get out Caden Lank. 1-0 pitch is fouled off, evens the count at a ball and a strike to the senior center fielder for the Chiefs. My apologies, folks. Got a little extra time to take a look at those sponsors and make sure you support them. Helmecki lays this bunt down on the third base side. Picking it up on the run is Easton Little, throws over just ahead of Connor Helmecki. Nice bunt, but an even better play by the third baseman. Out number 1. Here in the fourth inning, I'm going to bring up second baseman Asa Board. Has reached base twice in both plate appearances. He walked, was later picked off in the first, and then a single to left field to lead off the third. Came around to score the first run for the Chiefs in that 2-run third inning. Pitcher Hunter Morris fires first pitch strike, and the 0-1 swing and a miss. Ball up around Asa Board's shoulders, and he was trying to tomahawk that one back into left field as he did the hit back in the third. Oh, 2 pitch is off the outside corner. Another one where you get pitchers that understand the count. No 0-2 pitch. Leave it just enough off the outside corner that you might entice him to swing, but not good enough to allow him to hit. 1-2. This one's going to be put into play on the right side. Fielded cleanly by second baseman Hudson Clark. And quickly, we have 2 outs for the Chiefs here in the top of the fourth. Sawyer Smith step in. He's 0 for 1. Struck out looking back in the first.
Number 8, Sawyer Smith.
And had a successful sacrifice bunt last inning. First pitch called strike. Upper part of the strike zone, outside corner. Junior pitcher tonight. Normal field position. Slick fielding shortstop with a heck of an arm. Committed to the University of North Carolina, primarily as a pitcher. And the 1-1 is fouled off over the first base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Morris 1-2, swung on and missed. Second time in the game that Sawyer Smith has struck out. And Hunter Morris, 3 up, 3 down. He's faced 4 batters since he entered the game, and all of the Chiefs have sat down. We head to the bottom of the 4th. North Myrtle Beach maintaining a slim 2-1 lead over the homestanding Stags of Berkeley High School. We'll be right back with bottom of 4th action here on the Chiefs Sports Network. Final warm-up pitch is being taken by Sawyer Smith as we head to the bottom of the 4th. I'd like to say a big hello to Amanda Leonard's aunt, Tricia, listening or watching in Texas. Hello, Tricia. Hopefully Chiefs can hold on, win this game, force another game. We'll give you something to do for a couple hours tomorrow.
Stags lead off batter here at the bottom of the 4th inning. The left fielder, number 3, Henry Rivers.
Leading off, Henry Rivers for the Berkeley Stags. First pitch taken for called strike. Rivers' successful sacrifice bunt that helped move over Hudson Clark, who later scored what is currently the only run of the game for the Stags. This pitch up high. Said that was Amanda Leonard's aunt, which it is, but it is also the aunt of third baseman Peyton Gallup. That's Tricia in Texas. People far and wide.
Far and wide. I think we had a listener from New Zealand last year.
We had one from Japan and Germany. It was the same young lady. I'm going to call her a young lady because she graduated high school with me. She was in the Air Force traveling around, and she watched us for years as she hopped from country to country. The 2-2 pitch fouled off. Staying alive is Henry Rivers.
You know, 2-2 count for Sawyer Smith. You got a pitch to waste. I'm wondering if you try and get him to chase here. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Henry Rivers goes down. First strikeout of the game for Sawyer Smith in the first inning. That sacrifice, an RBI sacrifice bunt as he drove in Hudson Clark from third. Ended up being a very good play by C.J. Oxendine. Richardson laid the bunt down perfectly on the first base side. Gabe Priest came in, slipped as he went to pick up the ball, still threw it to CJ at home. CJ had no chance to tag out Hudson Clark and quickly came out firing. And say great job by CJ Oxendine, which it was, but maybe an even better play by Asa Board, second baseman, hustling over to cover the bag on the throwback from the catcher. 1-1 pitch is low and outside. Richardson now ahead, 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. North Myrtle Beach 2, Berkeley 1. This the championship game of the Class 5A Division II District 3 tournament. Hopefully, it's game 1 of the championship and not just the championship game. If the Chiefs win, we will play a final and deciding championship game at North Myrtle Beach tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. But if Berkeley should win, they will be the District 3 champions and will move on to the lower state. Ryan Richardson goes down swinging on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Sawyer Smith. And Devin Hogue steps in, the right fielder, 0 for 1. I wish I could tell you what he did back in the first inning, but I didn't write it down. He struck out. So that was not Sawyer Smith's first and second strikeout. That would be his second and third. Thank you.
That pitch fouled off. Make the count 1-1.
Almost knew that was going to be a strikeout just because it makes me wrong on first strikeout of the game, back-to-backs, 2 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Yes. 1-1 pitch from Sawyer Smith just off the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That pitch in the dirt makes the count 3-1.
Sawyer has 1 walk this game, has had several pitches where counts where he's been 3-1 and come back. This 3-1 pitch is fouled off. Catcher C.J. Oxendine took that shot.
Big shot, big hack. Right off of CJ's chest plate.
CJ's a little tough, though.
A little tough, yeah. Just a little tough, you know.
C.J. Oxendine's dad, Chad Oxendine, who's now the associate head coach at Coastal Carolina University, was a heck of a catcher himself for the Chanticleers.
Wayne, do you know what that was?
That was an ugly finder.
Almost an ugly finder.
Almost.
Yeah. Could have clipped somebody over there.
I couldn't see it.
Yeah, it almost did. But we're still waiting on one.
The 3-2 off the inside corner. Sawyer Smith did not like the call on that one as he walks off the mound, shakes his head, and now steps back up. Second walk of the game for Sawyer Smith.
That brings up the third baseman, number 4, Easton Little.
Through his first 10 appearances on the year, just 10 walks, but 2 walks now in this game. Devin Hogue at first base, 2 outs. Easton Little steps in. He grounded out to second base to lead off the second inning. Takes the first pitch here. Outside. Nope. Called strike on the outside corner. Or something like that.
Something like that, Wayne.
The 0-1 pitch. This one in the dirt. Nice job by C.J. Oxendine blocking it up. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Chiefs leading Berkeley 2-1, looking to force a deciding championship game tomorrow afternoon in North Myrtle Beach, but got some work to do still. This pitch outside, 2-1 to count. I think at this point, especially for the Chiefs coming through the losers bracket, pitching is at a premium. You get into these tournaments with pitch counts and how much you've got left in the tank for pitchers or how much you can use a pitcher. Sawyer Smith gets 2 quick outs here in the 4th. Walked Devin Hogue and now finds himself behind 3-1 to Easton Little. Three-one pitch, low and inside. Ball 4, back-to-back walks from Sawyer Smith. And I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably the first back-to-back walk Sawyer Smith has issued all year. When you scatter 10 in your first 10 games, that's 3. Now for Sawyer, and the Chiefs will make a mound visit. Try to calm down the junior right-handed pitcher for the Chiefs. Bryson Heath will be stepping up with runners on first and second. He flew out to right field in his only other plate appearance in this game. All the infielders patting Sawyer Smith on the back, everybody walking back towards their position.
They start with batter, first baseman, number 14, Bryson Heath.
Bryson Heath, big first baseman. Junior, all-speed pitch, swing and a miss on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike. This one's going to be hit on the left side. Caden Lank gets over, blocks it up, never stopping. Coming from second base is Devin Hogue. That was a hard hit right at Caden Lank, took it off his chest. He couldn't find it. Asa Board had to come over and pick it up. Great job by the third base coach. I believe that's Landy Cox over there. He saw the ball loose and was waving Devin Hogue on the whole time. We've got a tie ball game, folks, 2-2. And still with runners now on first and second again. Brady Proctor will step in. Proctor grounded out to third base to end the second inning. This pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike now. Caden Lank doesn't get a lot of time playing in the field. Basically plays short when, and this pitch from Sawyer Smith is roped all the way to the fence in left center. 1 run scores, 2 runs coming in. C.J. Oxendine through to second base, but in with a stand-up double, a 2 RBI double is Brady Proctor. And Berkeley has opened up a 4-2 lead now with 3 runs. Here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Levi Stanley. He flew out to second base to start the 3rd.
Number 2, Levi Stanley.
Pitch fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes now the count. Inning started off innocently enough for Sawyer Smith. Back-to-back strikeouts, but then walks will kill. Back-to-back walks, and then the error by Caden Lank at short, and then a 2 RBI double by Brady Proctor. Levi Stanley steps out of the box, now back in for the 1-2 pitch. Again, fouls off. Fighting it off to Liv, another pitch. Looking for the one he wants. 1-2, there's still the count. Sawyer Smith checks the runner. The 1-2 swung on, again fouled off. This pitch off the outside corner and low outs. Brady Proctor in scoring position out at second base, and Berkeley trailing 2-1 entering the inning, have already plated 3. This pitch will be lifted into right field. The beat on it over to make the catch is Gabe Kuznick for out number 3, but the Stags score 3 runs, all 3 unearned. 3 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error, 1 left. We go to the 5th. Berkeley back in the lead, 4-2 over North Myrtle Beach here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at Remax Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. We head to the 5th inning. Chiefs with work to do now as they trail 4-2 to the Berkeley Stags here in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Leading off for the Chiefs, senior catcher C.J. Oxendine. Flew out to center field in the first, was intentionally walked in the third. And the first pitch from Hunter Morris in the dirt for ball 1. It's not really in the dirt. It's in the fake carpety brown dirt-looking stuff. 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Hunter Morris. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. This pitch outside. 2-1 to the Chiefs leadoff hitter here in the top of the 5th inning. Chiefs needing base runners. They're not going to get it there. That ball lifted into short right field. First baseman, second baseman, right fielder have the ball surrounded. Devin Hogue, the right fielder, makes the catch. One out. Brown Reeves steps in. He was hit by a pitch in the second, walked and scored a run in the third. And this ball, first pitch, hit right back up the middle into center field. Brown Reeves now 1 for 1 and has reached base in all 3 plate appearances. With one out, Brown Reeves at first. Gabe Priest. Gabe 1 for 2, had an RBI single to left field in his last at-bat in the third, struck out back in the second inning. Attempted pickoff by Hunter Morris over at first. Brown Reeves slides back in safely. This pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Before Brown Reeves single up the middle, Hunter Morris had retired all 5 batters that he had faced. Again over to first. Again, Reeves dives back in safely. The 1-0 hit hard towards second base. No play at second, but Hudson Clark comes up, tosses over to Bryson Heath for out number 2. Brown Reeves moves into second base, but with 2 outs. Peyton Gallup will step in. First pitch to Gallup, called strike across the outside corner. Gallup 0 for 1, had a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. Then had a fielder's choice in the 7th. He's number 7 in the 3rd.
Hope it wasn't the 7th.
Close pickoff attempt by Hunter Morris as he turned around through to second base. Brown Reeves just ahead of the tag by shortstop Levi Stanley. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Peyton Gallup. And this pitch stays up high, 2-1. Three balls, 1 strike to the sophomore third baseman for North Myrtle Beach. Hunter Morris looks in, gets his signal. He's going to check. Before he does anything, Peyton Gallup calls timeout at the plate. Now he's going to check his runner in the 3-1. Thinking, as I did, that the ball was high, but called a strike in the upper part of the upper part of the upper part of the strike zone.
The upper part.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch called strike on the outside corner. For Peyton Gallup, learn a lesson. When you show up the umpire, don't take anything that's anywhere near close, because he is going to call it a strike. The Chiefs leave a man in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Berkeley 4, North Myrtle Beach 2, here on the Chiefs Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Braylon Booker, the catcher, will step in for the Berkeley Stags. Flew out to right field in his only other plate appearance. And then we'll go back to the top of the batting order with Hudson Clark and Henry Rivers. Sawyer Smith working his 5th inning. It's allowed 1 hit, 3 runs. They were all unearned. Walked 3, struck out 3. Braylon grounds this ball onto the left side. Peyton Gallup, third baseman, picks it up. Throws over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th. And now back to the top of the batting order. Second baseman, Hudson Clark. Clark walked and scored a run back in the 1st and then grounded out to short to end the 3rd inning. This ball is hit hard in the gap into right center, and the fence is going to get in the way. That ball is gone. Hudson Clark with a home run to right center, and that gives the Stags a 3-run cushion, 5-2. Boy, they're allowed to celebrate a lot more than we are in college baseball. Solo shot, Hudson Clark, and that was a no-doubter from the time it left the bat. The only question was how far it was going to go. Went right over the 330 sign on the fence in right center. And extends the lead now to 5-2. Henry Rivers, left fielder for Berkeley. He's 0 for 1 this game. Had a sacrifice bunt and then struck out to lead off the 4th. First pitch, called strike. Swung on and missed. Sawyer Smith ahead. 2 balls, no strikes. I'm sure he's not watching, but a media member down here in the area, Chris Deering, friend through the years, and I'd like to thank him for sending over some information earlier this afternoon. The 0-2 pitch, swung on, missed. Ball was in the dirt, scooped up by CJ, then tags out. Henry Rivers, 4th strikeout of the game for Sawyer Smith. 2nd out here in the 5th. Ryan Richardson will step in. He had a RBI sacrifice bunt on a squeeze play back in the 1st. Then struck out, and first pitch swinging, lifts this one on the left side. High fly ball collected by sophomore Peyton Gallup, the third baseman, for out number 3. But the Stags are able to add an insurance run. It's 5-2 on the home run by Hudson Clark to right center. We head to the 6th. Berkeley 5, North Myrtle Beach 2. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at Remax Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. And we're back on the Chiefs Sports Network, heading to the 6th inning. Crunch time for the Chiefs. They find themselves down 3 runs, 5-2. And here in the 6th inning, leading off,
Leadoff batter for North Myrtle
be
Beach.
Caden Lank.
Top of the 6th inning, shortstop number 6, Caden Lank.
Caden, 2 plate appearances, has walked both times, does have an RBI when he walked with the bases loaded back in the 3rd. And the first pitch from Hunter Morris called strike on the outside corner. Morris, since coming in with 2 outs back in the 3rd inning, has consistently gotten ahead of hitters, and here is ahead 0-2 to Caden Lank. And this ball fouled off on the right side. The winner of District 3 plays the winner of District 4. West Florence in the lead in District 4 as they are undefeated. Playing tonight is Chapin and Lucy Beckham. Chapin and Lucy Beckham each with 1 loss. The winner of tonight's game advances to tomorrow's championship game and will be in the same scenario that we were in here. The winner of that will play at West Florence on Saturday, and then the if needed game would be Monday. And on the 1-2 pitch, putting it in play on the left side, gets by the 3rd baseman. Shortstop Levi Stanley picks it up, but Caden Lank beats out the throw to first with an infield single to lead off the top of the 6th.
Gabe Kuznick.
Gabe Kuznick steps in with runner on first. No outs. Nice pickoff move from Morris. Appeared to maybe have Lank, but the ball got away from first baseman. And now they pick him off. Chiefs now in the last 2 games have had 4 runners picked off base. That's 2 last night and now 2 here tonight. Get the lead off on, and then he's erased. 1 out. Kuznick fouls off that pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Now the count evened at a ball and a strike. That pitch down low in the dirt. The 1-1 called strike at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Chiefs down by 3, 5-2. And this ball hit hard on the right side. Second baseman Hudson Clark. Nice diving effort, but has it go off the end of his glove into right field. Back-to-back singles to lead off the inning, unfortunately for the Chiefs. More base running errors as Caden Lank was picked off over at first. 1 out, runner on first. Connor Helmecki steps in. Connor 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. One-0 pitch coming from Hunter Morris. For that, Pickoff attempt. Kuznick back in safely. That pitch on the outside corner evens a count at a ball and a strike. Chiefs picked up their 20th win with a walk-off walk yesterday against Conway and while I'm talking, Connor Helmecki grounds to short. Shortstop Levi Stanley flipped it over to second base. The runner, Gabe Kuznick, is standing out at second. I thought he was out. Coach Brian Alderson wants to have a discussion with the third base umpire.
So is he safe as of?
I'm not. Nope. He's finally coming off. Gabe Kuznick was just standing out at second base like he was refusing to leave, but he's out. So Connor Helmecki is going to reach on a fielder's choice. Gabe Kuznick out, 6-4 at second base. And now all the umpires get together. And all the umpires got together. I'm not sure who thought they saw what, but Gabe Kuznick ran back out to second base. And the umpire quickly pointed second base out, first base safe. The home plate umpire runs over, speaks to BA.
Top of the order for the Chiefs, second baseman number 2, Asa Ford.
So 2 outs now, runner on first. Ace aboard, the top of the batting order. Steps in, he's 1 for 2. Walton in the first, singled in the third. First pitch was a ball, and then Morris quickly throws over to first base, throws wide of the bag. And Connor Helmecki on the errant throw by the pitcher will move over to second base. Not sure head coach Landy Cox would want to see a move like that. You're up 5-2. No reason to take a chance on a quick snap throw. The Chiefs, runner in scoring position, but 2 outs. Pitch is high, 2 balls, no strikes to count to Ace aboard. Chiefs have had 2 hits this inning. Absolutely nothing to show for it. One was picked off, the other one out at second on Connor Helmecki's fielder's choice.
Let's go.
2-0 pitch. Ace aboard, swings hard, and hits it about 5 feet in front of home plate. Not something you will see often. Usually a first baseman, third baseman will take control, but the pitcher, Hunter Morris, calls everybody off, takes it himself. The Chiefs go quietly, even though they got 2 hits, but there's no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-2. Berkeley here on the Chiefs Sports Network. Back on the Chief Sports Network as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4, 5, 6-hole hitters coming up for Berkeley. Devin Hogue, Easton Little, and Bryson Heath.
Berkeley get up batter here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Right fielder, number 16, Devin Hogue.
Again, folks, this is the championship game of the Class 5A Division II District 3 tournament. Berkeley in the double elimination tournament has not lost a game. North Myrtle Beach has one loss. If Berkeley holds on and wins this, they win the District 3 tournament. And first pitch swinging, hammers the ball into left field. Devin Hogue on with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Easton Little. 0 for 1 as he grounded out to second base, back in the second, but then he walked and scored a run in the fourth, part of a 3-run fourth inning. The winner of District 3 plays the winner of District 4. And again, West Florence in the driver's seat as they are undefeated in District 4. Tonight, Chapin and Lucy Beckham are playing in an elimination game. The winner of that game will play at West Florence tomorrow. Should West Florence lose, the second championship game would be held on Monday at whoever West Florence plays. West Florence will host the first one, then they would be on the road if there is a second. The winner of that district will play the winner of this district in the lower state championship for a chance to play for the state championship tournament. Clear as mud. Hope you got it.
Last time you said that, you messed up on something.
I didn't mess up that time. I had it written down.
All right. Fair enough.
See, when I try to go from memory, that's when I mess up. One ball, no strike to count to Easton Little. Left-handed hitting third baseman with a runner on first is Devin Hogue. Led off the inning with a single to left. Squaring to bunt. Bunts it on the first base side. Sawyer Smith over to make the play. Successful sacrifice bunt by Little moves Hogue over to second base.
Now batting first baseman, number 14, Bryson Heath.
And that brings up Bryson Heath. Flew out to right field in the second inning. Reached on a costly error by North Myrtle Beach shortstop Caden Lank. Error that was part of the beginning of the 3-run inning in the fourth. Sawyer Smith checks the runner. Wheels back towards second base. Devin Hogue takes a couple of steps back. Nobody covering, so Sawyer Smith keeping him honest. Pitch on the inside corner, or that one was off the inside corner. So was the first one, but the umpire flipped a coin on each of them. Came up strike one time and ball the next. 1-1 pitch on the inside corner. 1-2. One-two pitch swung on and missed. Sawyer Smith, his fifth strikeout of the game. And with two outs, runner in scoring position, Brady Proctor, the designated hitter, steps up.
Number 15, Brady Proctor.
He's 1 for 2. Grounded out to third and then had a big 2-run RBI double all the way to the fence in left center. Back in the fourth. First pitch, strike called at the knees. Sawyer's only given up 2 hits. It was a 2 RBI double by Proctor, and then the solo shot home run by Hudson Clark. But he had 2 costly walks in the fourth inning after striking out the first 2 batters, walking the next 2. then the error by Caden Lank, and then the double by Proctor. The 0-1 pitch to Proctor. Again at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball's hit, and it's through the right side into right field. Coming up with the throw to home plate, and it is not going to be in time. Gabe Kuznick made a great throw, a little bit up the line, but not far. Sweeping tag by C.J. Oxendine, but sliding in ahead of that tag is Devin Hogue. Brady Proctor with an RBI single. He's going to take second on the throw. 3 RBI now for the, let's see, what is he, a senior? Senior designated hitter looking to lead his team into the lower state champion, or I'm sorry, yes, the lower state championship. Timeout called by Berkeley. I believe they're putting a pinch runner. And they are putting a pinch runner out at second base. That's going to be Henry Montgomery. Will head to second base as a pinch runner for Proctor.
Number 7, Henry Montgomery, coming in as a pinch runner.
With Henry Montgomery out at second base as a pinch runner, we've got a pinch hitter, Bryce Olheiser. Will pinch hit for Levi Stanley. Bryce Olheiser, a senior infielder for the Stags.
Next up, the point for the Stags, number 5, Bryce Olheiser.
Little added extra insurance for the Stags. 6-2 now over the Chiefs. Another runner still, though, in scoring position. The first pitch to Olheiser, called strike. The 0-1 pitch coming from Sawyer Smith. It's going to be grounded on the right side. Ace aboard. Over, makes the play, throws to first. But insurance run added by the Stags. 1 run on 1 hit. That was a leadoff single by Devin Hogue, who came around to score. Good job again by Berkeley creating that run. Leadoff single, moved over to second on a sacrifice. After the second out by Bryson Heath on a strikeout, a Sing Proctor, his 3rd RBI of the game, and that has opened up a 6-2 advantage here at Jim Bradley Field in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. One more opportunity, Max, for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, and we said this last night. We said we had the 1 batters coming up that we wanted, and tonight we do as well. 2, 3, 4, the batting order coming up in the 7th inning. Sawyer Smith, C.J. Oxendine, and Brown Reeves. But last night we only needed 1 run. We've got at least 4 if the Chiefs are going to extend their season. And Max has nothing.
It's hard to see out these windows, Wayne.
It is very hard to see out of these windows. This is a beautiful new press box, but they need Heath Brady down here to detint these windows. Heath Brady, HD audio, video, and window tinting, one of our sponsors. And
Picture number 8.
this tint might be darker than what I've got on my Jeep windows, and that's dark.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't keep doors on very much, so you
Ever.
can't tell.
And if for any reason the Stags get in trouble, number 13, Gavin Barb, is in the bullpen.
Sawyer Smith leading off. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Did have a sacrifice bunt back in the third. The 1-0 pitch is taken on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter Morris done an outstanding job since coming in with 2 outs back in the third inning. Retired the first 5 batters he faced before giving up a single to Brown Reeves back in the 5th inning, but then got the next 2 out. A swing and a miss by Sawyer Smith there. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Chiefs got a couple of hits against Morris in the last inning, but no one could get past second base. Two-two pitch up in the strike zone, swung on and missed. 3rd strikeout of the night for Sawyer Smith. That is the 3rd strikeout since
Catcher number 9.
for Morris since coming in. And with 1 out, C.J. Oxendine will step in. He's 0 for 2. He was intentionally walked in his other plate appearance in the 3rd, but has flown out to center and right. First pitch well outside, ball 1.
The 1-0 pitch, called strike.
Hunter Morris snuck that one in on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Called ball, 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. This ball put in play into left field. Actually into left center, and over to make the play for the 2nd out is Ryan Richardson. 2 up, 2 down for the Chiefs. 1 out away from the 2025 season ending for North Myrtle Beach. 1 out away from a District 3 championship and a berth into the lower state championship series for the Berkeley Stags. Brown Reeves, senior designated hitter. 3 plate appearances, has reached base each time, hit by pitch back in the 2nd, walked and scored a run in the 3rd, and then had a single in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch lined into left field, and that's going to do it. Henry Rivers makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. Hunter Morris closes the door on the Chiefs, and Hunter Morris will pick up the win. He goes 4 1/3 inning. Gave up 3 hits, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 3 for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. Promising season is going to end at 20-8 here in the District 3 Championship Series. Great season for a bunch of seniors. You know, Max, in the end, only one team's going to be happy at the end of the season.
Only one can be.
And in this game, several seniors for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs playing their final game in the blue and gold. And we're going to go down the roster here playing in their final game as a Chief: Connor Helmecki, Asa Board, Nate O'Connor, CJ Oxendine, Gabe Kuznick, Campbell Kingston, and Brown Reeves. Thank you very much to these young men who have worn the blue and gold proudly, done a great job for North Myrtle Beach. Again, nothing to hold your head about when you're the number 1 seed in the lower state and you're finishing up at 20-8. But tip of the cap to the Berkeley Stags here in District 3 tournament. 3 consecutive wins for the lower state berth. And this is going to be our last broadcast, at least game broadcast. I think we're going to try to sneak in a couple of Tomahawk talks now that everything is over, kind of wrap things up. I need to get together with you because we really need to do a couple of Walking with Wayne interviews. I've got a couple of student athletes that I had reached out to a couple of weeks ago, and need to get those done before. I think a couple of them may be seniors, and I would love to get those interviews done and out there for folks to see. We haven't been able to do one of those here in probably about a month. So, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to us all season, going all the way back to August with North Myrtle Beach football. I think we've done what? Football, basketball,
Soccer.
Women, boys and girls soccer, boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and quite a few baseball games here on the Chief Sports segment of Wayne and Tomahawk Talk. Coming up, hopefully sometime next week here on the Chief Sports Network. Everybody have a great weekend. For the past 18 years, the Chief Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at Remax Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network.